I had bibimbap to start off my day, and then I visited my favorite cafe 3F, which is very close to Yonsei. They have everything you need, and they're the best place to go studying, period. I got this like lotus croffle. It was really good. And then we were on our way to Hongdae, so we were just like kind of like exploring the subway. And then this is like a clothing store in Hongdae, and like, you know, me looking all cute. And then we were just like eye shopping. This is a jean store that had inclusive sizes, because you guys don't know, the sizes in Korea is a little limited. And so I decided to get my first phone case in Korea. It was so cute. And then it's like a jewelry store and clothing store. And then we ended off with like getting a little dessert, a little crepe. It was delicious. This is me after being locked out of Ujongwon. Here's a quick story time. Okay guys, quick story time. So it was about like 2 to 3, 4 days before classes started at Yonsei, right? And there was this organization, like a club organization at Yonsei, that was run by domestic students at Yonsei. So Yonsei students, it's called like Mentors Club, and they had like a welcome party for all the international students. And so of course I was gonna go. Everybody I knew was going, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the party. And so it's gonna be like it was my first time like partying in Korea, right? So we meet up in front of like the student union building, and then they line us up, and then we basically make our way to Hongdae. And well, I think it was in Hongdae, I'm not entirely sure, but we get there, it's like bopping. Well, actually no, it took my friend and I almost an hour to get inside because of how many international students that were there. Like the line like literally went around the club, and at that point I was thinking about like leaving, but I was like, no, there's no way, because we paid like either between 30,000 won or between 30,000 to 50,000 won. I don't remember the currency exchange. It might be between like maybe 28 to like maybe $40, but I don't know. And that gave us like 2 tickets to get like a free drink. And so anyways, so like we're in line, we finally get in. I see all my other like friends from CIE were there. We're having a great time. The music is okay. There's like just like different vibes for like different clubs. So it was like a cool, it was giving kind of like Greek life, and like it's a lot of like it's like disco and like Katy Perry and like that type of music, which I mean, I don't hate Katy Perry, it's just like that was a vibe for that night. And so I was having fun. And so I lived in Ujongwon during the time that I was abroad at South Korea. And Ujongwon has a curfew that starts from 2 a.m. and ends at 5 a.m. And so, mind you, the party started at 10 p.m. It took me almost an hour and a half, so maybe like about 2 hours to get inside. So you can only imagine, it's like 11:30 to like 12. Like I just got in. It took me time to get my drink. Like by the time that I was like settled in the party, it was almost like 1 o'clock. So I was like, I don't know if I want to go back. Another friend of mine, my roommate, she left. She was like, I'm going back to Ujongwon, and I was like, fine. She was like, so she left with some other folks. I was with another person who also lived in Ujongwon but who wanted to stay longer, so we stayed a little bit longer. And it like the time was ticking. Like I felt like Cinderella. Like my first night out in Korea, I felt like Cinderella. I felt like my clock was ticking, and it was maybe like 1:20. We're like, you know, like, dang, we need to like call our cab ASAP. So we call our cab, we get to Ujongwon, and I kid you not, guys, it was like maybe like 1:50 or like, I don't know, like it was so close to 2 a.m. and the gate to Ujongwon was closed. Bruh. Like I would have to show you guys pictures of what I'm talking about. So when you live in Ujongwon, this is like a good like to know fact. Ujongwon is literally on a hill. It's on top of a hill, and literally your calves will they will look so good by the end of your semester or your year. But I kid you not, the athletes dorm is literally on a hill, so they have the athletes working out when they go to and from their dorm. And so I kid you, it's just like a straight inclination. Like there's no, it's not flat. Like you're literally walking up the longest and steepest hill. So the gate is, I have to show you guys a map, so I'm gonna try to show you guys a map on the screen somehow. But the gate is here, then there's an athlete's dorm, then there's Ujongwon. I kid you not, to go up that hill, it's probably a good 10 to 15 minute walk, straight up. Like, it takes so long to get there. And so I have heels. I decided to wear heels. And I don't run for anything. You can ask my friends. I do not run. If the bus is coming, I do not run for the bus. If the train's coming, I do not run. If I'm crossing the street in a car, I don't. Nope. I just refuse to run. So I'm trying my hardest to like keep up with my friends so that we can make it up the hill. But I kid you not, we tried, we struggled. I was crying inside. I really thought it was the end of my life. I'm dramatic, I know. And we reached the top of we reached the top of Ujongwon, or we reached Ujongwon at like 2:01. And guess what? We still couldn't get in. So we didn't we just didn't think it was like worth it to start panicking. And so we decided to call up a friend who went clubbing in Hongdae, and she usually stays out to like 4 or 5, basically until the buses are running. And until the buses are running. And so we were like, oh, let's go out clubbing with her. So this is us like taking a selfie of like capturing the moment. Like, we weren't even mad, we were just like baffled. We were like, this is our experience. Our first night out in Korea, we get locked out of Ujongwon. Haha, that's funny. So we call her, then we find out where she's at. So she was in Hongdae. We called an Uber to Hongdae. And mind you, I called the Uber. So with Uber, I don't know. I feel like when you get to Korea, you can use the Uber app, but like, I feel like, yes, there's like English titles, but I feel like it just makes it more complicated. And so I just put the name of the club and I just clicked the first thing I saw. So we're like, my friend and I we're in the taxi, and like we just chatting up because we're like, ha ha ha, this is so funny. Like, I can't believe we got locked out. Okay, I wonder how this night's gonna go since we have to wait until 5 a.m. And so, but like, we're like, yo, like, Hongdae isn't that far from Sinchon, so like, why are we still in this cab? The driver's like, you arrived, and we hop out, and we're all the way in Itaewon. We see like this, like the subway stop. Like, I'll show you guys. It like literally said Itaewon, and I was like. And then we started laughing again. We're like, yo, what in the world? Then we're like, no, we're not calling another taxi like this, because we're not going all the way to Hongdae. Because I kid you not, I felt like Itaewon to Sinchon was maybe like an hour commute, I think, or maybe like to 45 minutes. Like, we were in that cab for a very long time. And so, and mind you, it was like 2 a.m. at this point, so like there wasn't that much traffic. And like, the taxi drivers in Korea, they be zoom everywhere, like maybe 40 in the city. Like, they go crazy in the city. So I should have known something was wrong, but that was just like my third week there, I don't know. And so we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? And so we looked across the street and we saw a PC Bang, and the PC Bang is literally just like one of those places where it's like a bunch of like computers. You can play games, you can like go on the internet, do whatever. You can also like eat food, snacks, stuff like that. And it was like, I guess, open until I think it was a 24 PC Bang. So we went into there, we sat down, and we had to pay to use the computer. And so we paid, we sat down. My friend is over there gaming her butt off. I don't know what she was playing, but I'm over here fighting for my life. Like, I'm like, oh my God, can I go to sleep? Like, I just want to sleep. Like, I'm tired. And like you guys can see like a video of me. Like, I'm literally, my eyes are red. I'm tired. And so I just decided to fall asleep. I probably was snoring. Didn't care at this point. I was just so tired. And it was like maybe like 2 days before classes started. I was like, good way to start off class. And so we stayed until like 5 a.m. I think my friend woke me up. I was knocked. Like, she woke me up, and I think the guy who had his shift there was like, I think he found us funny because like when we left, he was like smiling and like laughing. I'm like, sir, like, we just went through such a traumatic experience. Like, Korea don't play with these friggin' curfews with college dorms. Like, that was maybe a culture shock for me. I am not used to no like curfews. At Brandeis, there's no curfews. There's no curfews. And so yeah, so we I think, did we take the subway back? I don't know. I think we either took a Uber or the train back to, I don't know, but I think we took the Uber. We took an Uber back, and I was knocked, and then my day resumed. So yeah, that was my quick, that took a while, but that was my quick like mini context about the first time I got locked out from my dorm in Korea. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. Good morning, Korea. So guys, I don't have much videos or clips of my first day of classes at Yonsei, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I did. They just had like some signs up. I went to Mahogany, which is a cafe inside of Yonsei, and this is my to-go order. And this is me just taking a few pictures of like my classes and the campus because I was so obsessed with it. So this is the highlight of the video, honestly, is when I visited gyeongbokgung. So there was this woman who literally did my hair. I was shocked because I was like, you know, Koreans don't really have much experience with like working with African American hair and like, you know, kinky coily hair. And so she just got to work in, like, she slayed my hair. Like, I was so shocked. Like, I was not expecting her to do it that good. And I love the way how she was so gentle. It was just so, it looked so good. Like, look at it, it was so good. And then we headed off to gyeongbokgung, and the girl at the front, like the center right there, she was a student at another Korean university. She was kind of like our guide, and she was like hired by CIEE to basically guide us through gyeongbokgung, tell us the history of the palace, and explain Korean culture as we're walking through it. And so it was very insightful, but also like very fun. Like, there was a lot of tourists there, and everyone was kind of like dressed up in hanbok, including like men, women, like everybody of all identities was in a hanbok. It was just so beautiful. And it was a very, I guess, insightful, like, or no, it was just very unique to see such a historical significant building, like literally in the midst of Korean, like this, like Korea's like city, like Sinchon. Well, it's not in Sinchon, but in Seoul, period, I would say. And so I thought it was very unique of Korea to, you know, preserve a building like this within the city. And so this is me just taking a couple of cute photos, you know, for the Insta. And my friend like was just hyping me up, which I really like. And then we went to a photo booth right across our hanbok rental place to get a picture. After the hanbok sesh, we decided to get something to eat and explore Jahanmunro, which is an area near gyeongbokgung. And my friend convinced me to try hot dog. Literally, it is the best dessert in Korea. That's my maybe unpopular opinion, but there was so much food to choose from that I was extremely overwhelmed by the amount of good food that was there. And then while we were walking and exploring, again, we saw this like old preserved, like kind of like antique building, I would say, in Korea. And it was just so nice seeing the interior of these buildings. And then I decided to end my night off with spending time with my friends, having some KBBQ, and watching the like big Jumbotron in Sinchon.